What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I don't have a load today. I'm on my way home, and like I said, I'm gonna try to answer some questions while I drive, instead of actually going and commenting on everybody's comment. So I've seen one question that says, do you have to load and unload? Yes, that you're gonna have to do. So you're gonna need a pallet jack. If you're gonna do Amazon, you're gonna need a pallet jack. You're gonna need some straps, but the straps, you don't really need the straps, because every Amazon has some straps. So you could use their straps if you need some. Drop it off at the next Amazon, and it just goes on and on, back and forth, back and forth. So yes, do you load yourself? You do load, you unload yourself. The only time that you do not load is when you're going from one Amazon to the next Amazon. That is the only time I've seen. Again, I think I did a video on if it's from a DC to the fulfillment center, you get loaded up at the DC, you offload yourself at the fulfillment center. The fulfillment center is where most of the trucks go to get their loads to go to the post office. They never from a DC to the post office. It's always from the fulfillment center to the post office. So if you have a load that's coming from an Amazon distribution center and it's going to a Amazon fulfillment center, you will get loaded and then you offload yourself. I've only seen it happen with one location out here where I'm at. I picked it up from one distribution center, and I believe it was going to another distribution center. So that is the only time you get loaded and they unload you themselves. And so that's the only two locations that I've seen that they do that. Everywhere else, and this was like from New Jersey to like Allentown, PA, which is like 80-90 miles away from here. So that's the only time that they loaded and unloaded. But anytime you're gonna have to pick up from a distribution center, you have to they load you up, then you unload yourself when you get to the fulfillment center. If you're getting loads from the fulfillment center to the post offices, then yes, you're gonna have to load yourself and unload yourself. Question number 2 was, how do I know what station I'm at? So I'm thinking, I'm not sure. Once you get to the Amazon, you're trying to figure out which door you're going to. If that's it, your app will have everything. So your app will have the barcode. Once you get to the gate, they'll scan it. The guard will tell you which gate or which docking door you have to go to. So you will never get into that facility without knowing where you are supposed to go. You're not getting in there. So that's how you're gonna know where your load is assigned, which docking door you have to go. During the night, if you're doing the post office runs at night, sometimes you might have to wait for the truck in front of you to finish up, so you park on the side, and once they're done loading up, then you go in and do your load. For me, it's crazy, because it becomes at night, it's just crazy, because sometimes they have 3 trucks on that door, and the people that come early, they be waiting for that door. The people that come late, it's just chaos. So honestly, at night, if my dock door is 110 and there's a truck at 110 and there's no truck at 111 door or 112 door, I don't care. I'm going to that. I'm going to that docking door. Because if I get there on time and my load is at midnight, 12 at midnight, and I get there and somebody's over there, and then there's 2 doors that are wide open and there's nobody, I'm going there. I don't care if you come 10 minutes later and I'm at your dock door. I don't care. It is what it is. It's up to you now. You're gonna have to wait for me. But once you get in, you have to scan the docking door that you're at. So if I was assigned 110 and I decided to go at 112, I'm gonna go walk to 110 and scan that door, and come back and scan my pallets to my 112 door, where I'm not supposed to be at. But you ain't gonna tell me to move my truck once I start loading up. I don't care if I have to walk around with the pallets to come to that gate. That's what I do. But I'm not waiting for like another hour and a half for somebody else to finish loading while that's what I do. Don't do what I do. But I'm just saying, that's what I do. Like, I'm not waiting. If my gate assigned is 110 and there's a truck over there and 111 or 112 is open, I'm going to 111, 112, then come back, get inside, go scan 110, then get my pallets from 110, move them around to wherever I'm at. It just works when you next to your gate or maybe 2 gates away. You don't want to be assigned 110 and you go park your, go to doctor 125. Like, that's a lot of movement. They're going to catch up to what you're doing. So you don't want to do that. So, hey, there you have it. I gave you some tips right there. Don't be like me though. Just saying. So yeah. So that's question number 2. I hope I answered that question right. But yeah, listen, man. It's just something that I do. I'm not saying go ahead and do it. Like, I don't know. Don't do what I do. But I'm just saying that's what I do, right? Because at night it's just chaos. It's just crazy. Sometimes your location might not be as crazy as it is out here. So don't do what I do. Number 3, I'm just giving you a tip. When you have a pallet jack, make sure you put everything on that pallet jack. Make sure you write your name. Make it look different from every pallet jack, so or maybe if you leave your pallet jack at Amazon, they don't put it back, whatever. Just make sure that they know that it's not their pallet jack. Like, make it pink. I don't care. Make it bright lime. Make it whatever you want to make it. Just make sure it looks different from the rest of them. Yeah. So that's my 3rd. That's a tip right there. It's not a question. It's not anything. I'm just saying. So I hope I answered those 2 questions right. There's probably more questions in there. So question number 3 is, do I book loads on Thursday or Friday? Since I have early access, they post the early loads on Thursday morning. So it could be around between 9 and 11. That's when they post the loads. And on Thursday, they only post loads that are going from Amazon to Amazon. There's no post office, there's no nothing. It's just loads that are going to Amazon to Amazon. So if you don't have early access, you're not gonna find any loads that are going to Amazon on Friday once they post it, because I think every week they have a certain number that they want to transfer from one DC to another fulfillment center, whatever it is. So every location, so let me just say they have point A to B, so they would do 5 loads for that week, and then they'll have point A to C, then 5 loads to that location, and then they'll do point A to D, and they have 5 loads for that week. That's it. So the day loads that you see me doing from Amazon to Amazon, if you don't have early access, you're not gonna see those loads on Friday. The only loads that you see on Friday, which are Amazon to Amazon, is the loads that we don't want. Plain simple. I've seen them. But there's a reason why people didn't pick those, because they just don't make sense. Either so for example, for me, I live in New Jersey. So if I see a DC to a fulfillment center, which is coming from New Jersey to Staten Island, maybe New Jersey to Allentown, like I did the last 2-3 weeks, I'm not touching them. So if you have early access, and I want to believe that the people that do have early access, they have figured out, you know, some of the loads that are going to like locations like Allentown, you know, Staten Island, or where, you know, Maryland. Oh, you're gonna see a lot of Maryland. So if you see a DC to DC that's going from New Jersey to Maryland, yeah, we left that for the rest of the world to pick them, because we're not picking them. They just don't make sense. Miles to drive there and coming back empty. So those are the only loads that you're gonna see on the board for the New Jersey people, you know, PA, Philly people, you know, you're gonna see those. But on Thursday morning, they post the loads for Amazon to Amazon. Then I believe Thursday night, I want to say Thursday night or Friday morning. Friday, when I say Friday morning, I'm talking about Friday 3 a.m. morning. That's when they're posting loads for the next week. So, and that's for the early access people too. Again, it's not for the rest of the board. So they post the post office loads on Friday morning. I believe it's around 3 in the morning sometimes. 4, 5 in the morning. It's never gonna be like Friday at 10 a.m. It's always like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. So I do wake up at times, but if I don't have a load for Friday into Saturday, if I don't have a load for Friday morning, like midnight, then I do wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning to pick up my loads. So that's for the early access people. Then the rest of the loads go on the board the rest, you know, Friday, you know, morning, afternoon, and da. So when I'm picking my loads up, like I said, today's Monday. I picked my loads up for this whole week there, last Thursday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This Thursday coming up, I'm picking loads for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for next week. So that's that. My loads for the weekend, I don't pick a lot now. So I just wait for the loads that they post during the day. Whenever they like have so many, those tend to pay a lot more than if I have to pick up. So I try to leave my weekends open, so I don't book any loads for like Saturday and Sundays. I might book a load for like overnight, but during the day I don't book for anything. I just wait for them to post, and they do post them. So there you have it. I hope the information helps for the people that did ask the questions, and for the rest of the people trying to still figure out how this system works. But the Relay app system works perfectly. It's designed for you not to try to, you know, it's designed for you to, it's designed to make everything easy, I should say. It tells you what to do. Once you scan this, tap that, go to that, do that. And for your first load, once you get to the Amazon, you know, you're gonna find a person, associate in there, that's gonna teach you how to do the scanning. You scan the door first. Once you scan the door, you go ahead and scan your pallets. If you don't know which scan to scan on the pallets, ask somebody from there. They'll show you what to scan. If it's your first load, try to get a load that has one stop first. Because if you're gonna get a load that has 4 or 5 stops, I guarantee you're gonna be late for all of them, because you're gonna try to figure out what to do. And if you don't have a system yet, then it's not gonna work out for you. So try to find a load that has maybe 1 or 2 stops, and that's it. Don't try to get a load that has 4 or 5. Don't look at the money. If it's your first load for Amazon, do not look at the money. My suggestion is you look at the miles. Let the miles make sense. Let the miles make sense first. Don't go drive 100 miles as your first load. Try to find a load that's close. You in, you out. It has 1 or 2 stops the most. you're gonna have to try to, your first week, you're gonna have to figure out a system that works. So if you, let's say you go pick up a load that has 4 or 5 stops, the 4 or 5 stops, so you want to make sure that you go ask that you check in, and they tell you how many pallets you have, they tell you how many singles you have. Then if you have 4 stops, so you want to start scanning the last, so you go 4 stops, so you want to start scanning the pallets for the last stop first, so they go all the way inside the truck. Then you go back to scanning, third from last, second, first. So once you get to your first post office, you take out everything from the front. You go to the next one, you take out everything from the second row, third row, fourth row. Because once you start scanning all the pallets and you just put them whichever way you feel like it, well, how you gonna know once you get to the post office? Because once you get to the first post office, it's gonna say 5 pallets, and then you have 3 in the back, you have 1 in the middle, you have 1 in the front. Now you're gonna have to take everything out, and trust me, you are only given the most maybe 15 minutes to offload at every stop, which makes sense. Don't ask me. Hey, that's what they do. So if you got 12 to 15 minutes to take out 3 pallets, and your first 2 are all the way in the back end, you have 6 of them blocking them, well, how are you going to finish in 15 minutes? You're not going to finish. So just make sure that if it's your first load, make sure you're getting a load that has 1 or 2 stops, and don't look at the money. Just get a load that has 1 or 2 stops. You're trying to get into the rhythm, you're trying to figure it out. It's not worth it for you to take 5 stops and then you don't know how to, you're late for every 5 stop, and you don't know that you're supposed to be updating every time you're late. Before you get to the next stop, you have to update that, why the delay. You have to go and report that, why you're late. So if you don't report that in 15 minutes from that email, now your account is suspended. Like I did the first 2 days, my account was suspended because of that situation. So don't do that, right? It's not worth it. Don't look at the money. Just know that you're looking for a load that has 1 or 2 stops so you could get into the rhythm. Don't do it, because you're going to be waiting for the next 6 weeks for them to, to activate your account again. So please, if you're getting anything from me and you're signing up for Amazon, make sure you're getting that kind of load. 1 or 2 stops the first load. Don't look at the money. Make sure the miles make sense, though. You don't want to drive 100 miles. Be 20, 50, 60 miles, cool. But you are trying to just get into the rhythm. You're trying to get to know the system, right? So, yeah, that's that. I'm going to cut it short. So, again, any questions or anything, just put in the comment section, and I'll try to, respond back with an answer if I know it. If I don't, I'm just going to tell you straight up. If I might look around for your answer, then I'll do it. But yeah, I hope this information is helpful, and let me know what else y'all want to talk about, or whatever questions you have. So that's it for today, and that's it for this video. If you like the content, subscribe, like, share, and post, whatever, man. The information is out there to help. When I started, there was none of this information, except I think for one person that was doing it, and I think a lot of us doing it out there now, and it's just, the information is just out there now. You know what I'm saying? You could get into the game with all the information that's on YouTube. You don't have to pay nobody to tell you nothing, because everything has it's on there now, right? When I did, I had to figure out everything, Google everything. Now ask this person, ask that person. So and shout out to everybody that did help out along the process, man. I wouldn't have done it without y'all. So but yeah, if you like it, subscribe to the channel, like, share, and let me know what y'all think. All right, stay tuned for the next one. Peace out.